Check it out, guys. I think we got a pretty good view here from the SquarePuncher Server. Nice sunrise. Gotta appreciate the little things. Cool, digging it. Gonna get Optifine though soon. I just want to double check with Icarus, gentleman who runs the server, that Optifine is okay. I know he said no mods and he discourages texture packs of the GD variety, so on and so forth. I don't really know how you could use Optifine to cheat, but I figured just better safe than sorry, and I haven't seen him on the last day, so next time he's on I'll ask him and just double check. But this build I definitely want to be using Optifine on because I've got these huge gorgeous interior glass windows. I've got them here and I've got them in the main room, and they would just look so much better if this texture went away in the middle of all the glass panes. You would actually be able to see out, see some of the other people's builds, and it would make me a lot happier, and I'm sure it would make you guys a lot happier too, because the better the game looks, yeah, the more you can enjoy it. So, also, if I'm not mistaken, Optifine has some options for, let's go ahead and grab some of this. Want as much cobble as I get on me today. Optifine has that little option where you can kind of zoom in. You can kind of bind it to a button, or, well, I presume you bind it to a button. I don't know exactly how it works, but I've seen other people use it, and it looks really handy, because there's a lot of occasions where, you know, I'm kind of sitting here, and I'm like, hey, look at that thing over there, and you're like, MasterVini, that's hundreds of blocks away, and, you know, I can't tell just because your crosshairs are on this block right here as opposed to this one, you know? So, little things in life, like I said. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the doors open today. It's a nice sunny day outside, and I haven't had too many problems with creepers and mobs. So again, welcome, episode 2, SquarePuncher Server. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Today, we are going to spend a little time working on our storage room. One of the first things I want to do is just kind of toss down a really basic stone brick flooring. The reason why I do this is because it looks good. It kind of fits the decor of the rest of the build. You can only build with stone and wood in the spawn house, or at spawn on the server. It's one of the rules. There's not a lot of building codes, but that's one of them. At spawn, the houses have to, you know, be pretty presentable. You got to keep spawn clean. Now, I'm completely down with that, actually. I think it's really cool. It helps build a really good sense of community to have everybody, you know, have respect for a spawn village instead of just kind of like letting it fall into neglect. So, it's really great. I like it. There's one or two buildings that use some other elements. Oh, I should say it's stone, wood, and wool as well, but I mean, I don't build with wood. I like fire whenever I can. I try and use live fireplaces. Actually, I tried a live fireplace in here, and unless you really build from like day one on a project and plan where you're gonna put it, the spacing is just so incredibly difficult in order to get I'm gonna make one more empty slot here. Make these torches. In order to get it so that the rest of your house won't effectively burn down. But yeah. So I liked this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's start over here. Run this well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's a center line, effectively, right there. So this is the center. And we'll just trace this back on that side. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to put the storage room down here, and I'm going to build it fairly similar to the fashion that I had built the one at home, the one back on the island. Because I, A, have gotten used to it, B, I like it very much, It's a good design. It fits for the way that my mind thinks, and that's really the only thing that you need. And, yep, I thought I'd hit that. Okay. I just kind of want to get an idea of where this is. So this is the edge of the moat. Alright, I want to then, besides not drowning myself, I want to poke 2 holes here. This is part of the planning. I want to poke 2 holes because I want one of these to be a 1x1 shaft for like a water elevator up, and the other one to be a simple drop down. And I want this to go down out of sound range, at least. Sound range is like, what, 16 blocks? So say we'll go down like 20 blocks or something like that, or 24 blocks, and then we're going to put in a little nether portal room. And I'm going to see if I can link this nether portal to another nether hub without messing up the nether portals in town here. I don't know if I can do that yet. And yeah, so I'm going to look into that, but that was the thought. And if not, then it might be interesting to do some storage. So I just kind of wanted to see what was up here. This is running into the corner of the moat, but I think if we dig up like one early, like here, we can come up. Well, that's underneath my walkway, so that's no good. Alright. It's not like I can really snoop around either. I knew that was going to turn into... flint. Useless flint. Oh, that rain is terrible. Minimal. There we go. That should cut out the noise in the background. There we go. Yeah, let's get to crack-a-lackin' on this, crack-a-lackin'. Jeez, it's the lamest thing I've ever... I don't know about ever said. I've had some moments, but that's certainly the lamest thing I've said today. Strike that from the record. Let it henceforth be known that MasterViniMC does not say crack-a-lackin'. There we go. So, I want a 3-wide aisle in the middle. And here-ish, I'm thinking of putting in some drops. We'll figure that out later. So we'll save ourselves a little bit of space, and we'll say like we'll leave like a 2-inch perimeter here. That's one of the things I didn't do when I built back on the island, was I didn't really give myself much room, and later on I definitely came to regret it. Like I said, the basement fits my style, but gets a little cramped down there sometimes. When I installed my TV in my living room, I did a little bit of redstone wiring just so that when you press the buttons on the bottom, it plays little tones on some sound blocks in the back. And I tell you what, I mean, like, I had to basically tweak around with some of the stonework for like a good probably 30 minutes just to hide the redstone wire, just to kind of get it to disappear around the corner and down in the basement and underneath the back porch where it wouldn't be seen, you know, because part of the... You guys see that? Is that stone cooking into stone? I've never put stone... That was strange. You guys saw that, right? Okay, remind me. We're going to check the video when we're done with that. That was a little weird. I know sometimes you can get a little buggy on servers and stuff and survival multiplayer, but I really haven't had too bad of a time here on the SquarePuncher server, so I find that a little surprising. Fix your stuff, Mojang. What's the deal? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and ender pearls I use all the time, so they're gonna be in the bottom floor in the middle aisle here. And again, this aisle is 1, 2, 3. And we're coming in 1, 2 from the end here. So here would be our first stack of furnaces. Another improvement from the storage room back home. And I got to thinking to myself, if I build this storage room and I really yeah, no, I gotta move this back one more. If I really like the way that this works out, I may break down and move the stuff on the island. But that would be a lot of work. I've got several aisles full of double chests that are filled with items. It's just, I'm not looking forward to that. But I used too many furnaces on that build. Double chest there, and then maybe like a furnace here. Nope. There we go. So we could fit. That's 3 long. Goodness, I can't math today. Apparently I'm just terrible at it. Let's try, if I move this way one. Double chest here. And I put the double chest in there. And then the double chest on this side would go here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. See, the trick with building this sort of storage, or the shape of the storage area, is that you gotta place a lot of spacer blocks, because you can't like click on another furnace or chest or crafting table to place one atop the other. So, kind of one of the unfortunate side effects. I think I had these right in front of the furnaces before. If not, that's where they're going today. One of the bugs I came up with that I can't really improve on here today, but it used to be that, see how if I come up against this block with my character and I try and like grind up against this wall as hard as I can, this box, this furnace and this block of cobblestone basically like share the same hitbox, or pixel-wise like the same dimensions. Well, it used to be that chests were a full block in size. Now they're like 0.81 or something, like the size of a full block. So effectively, when I walk down my tight aisles, I get caught. Like I'm actually stuck trying to walk down there. So you've got to walk with your crosshairs or your pointer like right down the aisle, because if you bump up to the edges, you get caught there. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Little things, you know what I mean? Like this storage room will be all the much better because of what I learned in the last one, rather than trying to come up with a whole new design. And then having to build this one will inspire me to improve my last one. And then in any future builds, I will have built pretty much the same basic setup 2 or 3 times in a row. I'll have it down to science, man. You know? I think it's a little, unless it depends on the scale of your build, you know, but I think that it's a little, I don't know if obnoxious is the right word, but it's just like, I really have to wonder sometimes what people are thinking when they decide, I'm going to build a storage room and I'm going to have, oh, no, didn't want that. I'm going to have one dedicated chest and or double chest for every unique item in the game. And you know, in case you guys haven't looked lately, there's like 200, easily 200 unique items in the game. I actually can go back there for a second. Shut up, cows! Seriously, what's your deal? This is the cow farm next door, and the cow farm was literally just me luring 2 caves into some cows, and I can't listen to them. We don't need the game sounds right now. Just go away. Give me a headache. But yeah. So, you know what? It's creepy without the game sounds. How could you? It's the best darkness. Yeah. So, this is the basic idea. It's small. There's not a unique chest for every item in the game, all 200 some odd of them. And I'm completely okay with that because I feel as though it's a little bit of a waste of your time and resources to do that. Like say for instance a unique item in the game would be these would be like tripwire hooks. You don't need a chest full of those. If you do, then you're using them on a project like the, you know, string version of the Ender, in which case I really have to, you know, and you don't even use like a whole double chest full, and you know, I really have to wonder, you know, why do you need a chest for them in your storage room when clearly the better option here would be to just simply use them and get the project over with. That's besides the point. So yeah, I can use half slabs, I think is the most resource efficient way to do this. But in order to get these chests to open up in the ceiling here, I need to put in half slabs. And I believe, yeah, they will open up in the half slabs. Okay. And that'll work fine. And I got a block or two of space, so I'm not really running into anything up there. Like, I'm not drilling into the bottom of my floor. That's one of the things that I used to do all the time when I first started building houses, was I used to build the floors too close together. I used to like go down into the basement, and then later on I wanted to like hide something, or, you know, have the chest open up into something, and I, you know, needed to do a little trick like that. And if you don't plan ahead, then it really becomes quite the headache. So yeah. So here we go. So one of the cool things about this will be that I gotta find, because I don't really want to use furnaces because I will have too many, like I said before. So I gotta find something to replace with this. I'm not quite sure what will be useful, but something will take the place of this. And then in this aisle here, I think what I'm gonna do is have this be too wide, and then I'm gonna start another aisle here. So this would be, nope, too wide. So here, double chests, and I should be able to. Oh, Ben Techie joined. Say hi to Ben. People have been popping on and off all afternoon, so I don't always stop and say hi. But, oh, maybe I do need to make that one wide. See, okay, because the plan here is that because they've effectively shrunk the size of the chest, I want to have it so that I can reach from standing in the center aisle, which is where I spend most of my time. I can now open this chest on the far side over there. So that's the thought. And then I want to be able to open the chest in the next position above it. So in order to get it there, actually I probably could have just placed those on the ceiling. Actually, I could have just entirely placed them on the ceiling. But the visual spacers will help. It'll help us figure out the rest of the design. I'm doing this from memory. And I'm converting the memory into improvements as well. You know, so not only am I trying to remember, can I not reach that? That really makes me sad. I can reach this one. I can't reach that chest. Aww. That makes me sad. If I place a chest right here, I can't see it, can I? Nope, it's right behind that one. Okay, well, maybe it's not quite as useful as I thought it was going to be. But it's still a start. Interesting. Okay, well, I think that I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to fiddle around with this a little bit more. And once I figure out how a couple of these improvements are going to mesh up with one another, I will be back. So I'll see you guys in the future. And we're in the future. Cheap time travel, guys. Just go ahead and pause the recording, and before you know it, you will be in the future. And clicking on chests you're not supposed to be clicking on. Yeah, there you go. Benteki jumping in and out still. I wonder if he's having some server lag issues. I broke a chest a couple seconds ago, and it did not do things that were supposed to be done by objects obeying the laws of physics. Even in-game physics, like, I couldn't even describe it. It disappeared, and then it was there, but then it wasn't, and yeah, no, I dare not even call it server lag, because I've seriously seen some server lag that has not been that bad. But I digress. Voila! I fiddled around with this a little bit, probably about 15-20 minutes, just kind of looking at some different options, and one of the things that for as much as I felt as though I was going to use too many furnaces, I really see no way around using them on the inside of this row and the outside of this row. The good news is these will be the only furnaces that I will be using in the basement. I have one upstairs, but it's mostly decorative. So, yeah, it's still less than I've used in the past. I'll try and limit myself to this and the storage designs. But I really like this. It's got a lot of access from all angles. So like if you're working over here on something, you can peek around and kind of just get your cursor up to these different chests if you know where they are. And these half slabs, I wish that they were a little bit thinner, because they almost match this like color design of the furnace of being, you know, like white-ish on the bottom. Close enough, I mean, you know, without being able to actually change the size of the block. I think we did a pretty good job. Another thing, I didn't have a bunch of these made up because I wasn't sure if I was going to be using them or not. But I've also got some item frames, so we can go ahead and use those. You don't know how helpful they'll be. Like I said, I tend to generally group things together. So for me and my memorization, that item frame and cobblestone just be like, this area is cobblestone. But at least we have the option of placing them there. So that's a thought. For more specialized things, though, we are going to be branching out from the center of our storage space here. I don't know how I ended up with that extra chest. I don't think I made more than I needed down here, so I'm almost wondering if maybe like I took one out to place something and didn't put it back in. I don't know. Yeah, but one of the things we're definitely going to be using down here is alcoves, I think is what you would call them in real life. And basically what I do is I take the walls of my basement, the exterior walls, and I take out a 1, 2, 4 by 3 space, and then I get some block that looks good. I think I've got some smooth stone cooked up here. Here you go, we'll toss in some more cobble. Already using the furnaces, see, there you go. And a little bit more stone brick. So we'll probably use this, half slabs we'll use, and we'll probably need at least one set of stairs here. So there we go. And what I do is I make a simple little arch design to frame it in and kind of make it pop out from the otherwise smooth stone wall. I tend to make, I think, smooth stone ceiling and probably stone brick floor and smooth stone walls, so that this stone brick pops out and I don't think that we will notice too much if I continue to use the stone brick half slabs up there. Yeah, I just think that'll kind of get ignored. But I go ahead and I make that little design there. And had I some more chests... Oh, hey there. People are saying hi. I go ahead and I put 2 chests here and 2 chests here, and the 2 chests on the top open up into the stairs because, yeah, chests can open up through stairs because they don't count as a whole block. They're magic. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Minecraft magic. I tell you what, guys, if you ever want to see your wood just absolutely disappear, then build a storage room. I think, well, I don't know, I put a considerable amount of wood into this build, especially in terms of the fact that these are all logs and they're not actually wood planks, but I've put 2 or 3 stacks of wood down here just in chests alone. It's disgusting. There we go. And that's what I do for little alcoves. So this is the first little alcove down from the stairs, so this would probably be like extra armor and things like that. So if I just came back from a situation where I got my rear end handed to me and I died and I need to re-armor up and I need to run to this house, I make it downstairs as quick as I can, and boom, first alcove. I would keep a little bit of, you know, food and maybe a little bit of torches kind of tucked in the corner, and then I'd keep a suit of armor, so it'd just be shift click, you know, helmet, chest piece, pants, boots, and then like arrow, sword, bow, and then go. Yeah, I suppose that if you played on a fairly heavy PvP server, you might want to take that. Sorry. Go ahead and clear my throat here. I hate when other people do that, so I shouldn't be doing it myself, but sometimes it's unavoidable, you know, if you literally spend a whole movie talking. So, yeah, but here we go. Just gonna finish off this other alcove, and I think that's looking pretty good. It's also, what are we talking about? Maybe I should make a 3-1. A 3-1 of what? I have a fortune. Oh, they're talking about enchantments. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I got that. That reminds me. I think I just took a peek at the time. We're running a tad long, so I'm gonna let you guys go here. But and then I would start the next one. Maybe here, and maybe that would be the last one that I could squeeze in before, like I said, do this while I'm still thinking about it, while I still got you guys with me. This last alcove would fit in here, so I can probably fit 1, 2 little spacing option here, so I can tuck something in later if I need to, and then the last little alcove, and these are actually stairs. I can replace that later. And I still have enough room for my drops, and then I can repeat the pattern around here. These cows will not be here forever. You'll probably see them disappear very shortly, as soon as I can remodel next door. But, yeah. One of the picks that I just made before, there you go, MV, MasterVini's Dirt Begone, and truly it is, for Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. This is the first, sorry. Oop. Wrong button. Efficiency 5. I was quite impressed with the pick, and it certainly does remove some dirt. Yeah, it's a bragging point, but just between you, me, and the lawn, I can't really tell the difference between this and Efficiency 4. So, yeah, there you go. So, I'm going to wrap this episode up. Let you guys just take a quick peek on the outside. Neighbors still building farms. Disillusionist. I can't wait to see what he makes. This boy's been farming for days. He's got, I checked out his basement down there. He's got so many mats, and I don't know. Or at least I took a quick peek and I saw he had a big basement down there. So I presume he's like hoarding things, and he's just waiting to build the biggest, awesomest house ever. So we'll see. But yeah, I put in a little tree in the corner, and I like it. Tell me guys what you think about it. It's a little tree right here, and I put in some vines, kind of nested it in the corner of the wall. So yeah. Gonna make it. There we go. Alright guys, this has been another fun episode on the SquarePuncher server. My name is MasterVini. On YouTube you guys can catch me, MasterViniMC. Peace out. I will see you cats in the future. Yeah. See ya.